guys, you can see what the deal is here. Dedicated by the Brightview Landscape Services and Suppliers, Equity Lifestyle Properties. Equity Lifestyle Properties is what owns this whole place. Veterans, residents, 2017. Well, no wonder it looks so good. Only a short little bit. Yeah. It's kind of nice that it's either side here. Wow, this is kind of cool, hon.
The dock is private property.
Look at this.
This is nice.
Yeah, I could see hanging out here for a while. Private property. Private property, no trespassing. Well, I don't know what that means, but I guess if we belong to the co-op or whatever, we could go out here. But we don't, so looks like there's ducks here. Yeah, I think I might be breaking the rules, so Heidi says. There's a dock over here. Looks like you're allowed to have docks out here, I guess. You can see off in the distance. But this is a very nice area. That's kind of cool. Birds over there. Bird stuff here. Rain's coming in, so that should take care of it. Ooh, nice swirl from fish. Go ahead and zoom out for you guys. This is a really nice area, though. And this is in the estates. And I'm going to tell you that these houses are very reasonable. Very, very reasonable. Of course, you're kind of in the middle of nothing, but there's so much building up going on that eventually it might be something. I don't know. Kind of interesting. Heidi's afraid to come out here because it said no trespassing. Some sort of aerator down there. Yeah, very, very nice place. A couple water pumps. My grandfather used to have one of these on his dock. He used to use it to air his lawn. What do you think about this? 20 years in paradise, it says. Well, here's a great picture that kind of sums everything up. We passed a house and we saw this, so thought I'd capture it for you guys. But yeah, this would be kind of cool. Looks like it's a gas fireplace.
Yep.
Nice. And we passed by the hot tub. Ooh, look, they got an outdoor weight room. See that over there? Yeah. Wow. I could be in top-notch Arnold Schwarzenegger shape in no time. Ain't that right, Heidi? All right, so we wanted to show you the other side. As far as access to all this stuff, it's a little questionable. We never asked, but I mean, we're not members. However, the guy that's behind us that is a not lifetimer, but a seasonal guy that's here for the whole season, he can come over. He said he can come over and use all this stuff. So, again, kind of questionable, but I thought I'd show you guys this side. That's going to be a bit windy today. We're getting ready to go up to the laundromat, and you are going to see on another video that's probably already posted some overview of the campground. We got laundry to do, so that's what we're going to do. But again, the wind's probably going to be an issue. But I wanted to point this out. Again, I'm really glad we have those double pane windows. I don't know what it would be like with single pane, but it seems to me that where there's double pane, which the second pane is actually much smaller than this pane, there's a lot of condensation. It's getting past the seal, so I'm kind of curious what that would have looked like. Matter of fact, the condensation that's getting past the seal here also made the floor wet inside the RV. Everywhere else, though, is fine. We haven't had that problem that we did up north when it got cold. You can see the front window has got some condensation on it. It's not horrible. And then the slide itself, there's a lot of condensation on this outer wall right here, and it's cool to the touch. probably because water's evaporating off of it and it is in the shade. But as far as the awning itself, you can see the drips that are coming from that potentially. Let me see if I can lighten this up a little bit for you, maybe just a tad. There you go. You can see that there's condensation going on there, but inside, we checked inside here, inside the closet, and it's good. Even though the outside of the RV is wet everywhere to the touch, it's good on the inside. So we have, well, obviously, look at the truck. We have a lot of rain that's potentially coming on and off. And when I say a lot, I don't mean there's like heavy bouts of rain. There's just a 40% chance of rain every day for like the next 4 or 5 days. Some of that has to do with the storm. Some of that has to do with just being Florida. Wow, now I got you guys all washed out. Sorry about that. I forgot to bump that lighting off. But how do you feel about today? It's very warm. What's the temperature you think? I don't have access.
It was 77 when I came out here.
Yeah, but that was how many hours ago?
It was whenever all of the times I came out, it wasn't first thing this morning. It's probably 80 now.
Yeah, it's got to be 80 right now. Nice. What's the date today anyway? It's Saturday, November the 7th. November the 8th. Somewhere in that neighborhood. And I can't believe that that we're in shorts and t-shirts, and well, I don't know what's that you're wearing. What are those pants called?
Yoga pants.
Oh, they're yoga pants. I didn't know you did yoga.
I wear them all the time. Tucks my fat in. So look what Michael's doing.
I'm killing the infiltrators.
I put some borax on these here. He's spraying individual ants.
No, I'm not. I just seen a couple.
So he's don't have any shoes on. That's the first thing he told me I couldn't do when we were in Florida. You couldn't be in the grass.
I had shoes on, but the ants were all over them. So I had to spray my feet with this.
He sprayed his feet and his shoes with the ant and roach stuff because that's all I could find.
Skin?
I doubt it. That's
if on skin or clothing, take off contaminated clothing, rinse skin with plenty of water for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, I used that to spray my feet. I better go wash my feet.
I think there's something wrong with them.
Well, those need washed so they can stay out in the rain.
But anyway, that was our total excitement for the day.
Well, the neighbor come over and we were talking about license plates, and he stepped right over there to look at my license plate, and then he says, "Hey, you can't have in Florida license plate cover on your vehicle." And then all of a sudden, he had flip-flops on. He jumped up and turned on his water real fast. And
what's that movie with the matches? My favorite movie. That's what he looked like.
Something stinks, man. I spilled some gas on my shoes at the gas station. What's that supposed to mean? There's a spider on your head.
It means there's a spider head, man.
Well, get it off! Get it off! Get it off!
Yo, that's a big spider, man.
Think it's just a spider.
I'm a Scatman.
Hold on, let me bump it. Let me bump it on it.
What was that? What was that called?
That's what he did.
Yeah, it was, but I did the same thing. It was,
But if I did it, it's not okay.
It was Nothing to Lose.
Go watch that movie.
Nothing to Lose with Tim Robbins and Martin Lawrence.
Oh my God, it was hilarious.
So
it's my favorite part of the
rinse
movie.
off my feet for a while.
Go wash your feet before you get lung poisoning or something.
Well, I've got a bunch of open sores on my feet too from
mosquito bites because he can't control. He's like a small child.
Yeah,
I mean a large child.
So, anyways, there were no ants here the other day. They were all gone. Matter of fact, the guy that comes around. No, the guy that comes around and sprays for ants and that. He came over and said, "Yep, looks like they moved on." And he scuffed his feet over it, and he stood there and watched. He goes, "Yeah, there's nothing here." So they move really fast. And anyways, getting back to what we were saying, when he stepped over in an area that's not even close to this ant pile, he stepped out there. I don't know, it's 2 foot away is whenever he was attacked. And I'm like, oh, did the ants come back? So I came over here and I'm like, oh yeah, look, there's ants. There's some ants there. And I thought, okay, well, I'm going to spray them. So I walked out over here and I was standing here to spray them. Well, there's a big pile out there that I didn't see.
He's full of
Hidden. They were hidden. They were infiltrating. So anyways.
sissies and the ants.
I gotta go wash my feet.
Go wash your feet.
Go get in the shower.
Oh, whatever. Alright, guys. I've been pretty bored for the last, I don't know, since we hit the road, and we haven't done anything fun because of COVID. But we went to, or we didn't go, we had delivered today for lunch, the sandwich spot. I don't know, lunch seems to be an issue with us. Not that I can't cook lunch, but we often want to make something simple, and I usually have dinner for the main meal. So, like tonight we're having ribeyes. But anyway, so we went or I called and ordered this from the sub spot, and it was pretty good, other than it took over an hour to get there. And this is what we had. Michael had the pressed Cuban sandwich, and then I had the Reuben, and it was very good. Ordered some pudding and some cookies, and I ordered pasta salad, but they sent me potato salad because, you know, every to-go order or delivery order, there always has to be something wrong with it. But anyway, the food was delicious, so I'll give him that. So Michael said the potato salad was okay. So that was our excitement for today, other than the boys in the ant piles, because they look like a bunch of fools. And but if I stepped on an ant or I was getting bit by an ant, I wasn't allowed to look like a fool. So anyway, I hope an ant eats Michael in the night. So we're not doing anything. We're just X-laxing some more. Zephyrella / Zephyr Hills is I don't know, it's boring to me. You can only ride your bicycle in a circle so many times. I'd like when we went to the preserve, just to get away, even if we had to go out on our bikes or whatever. But hopefully when we go to Wildwood and Orlando, there's something more to do than the Zephyrellas. Okay, Zephyr Hills. I know, I don't know why I want to say Zephyrellas, and I know it's Zephyr Hills. But anyway, this is it. I can't take anymore. This is it. No, now I sound like a fool. But anyway, I am going a little crazy because I'm bored. I'm smoking a lot of cigarettes because I'm bored. You can only clean so much, cook, eat, smoke, ride your bike. That's all there is to do around here. It's boring. But anyway, I'm still enjoying myself, don't get me wrong. I'm just bored. So here's to whatever day it is. Saturday, November 7th. We have, today's the 7th, so we have 12 more days here. 2 more weeks of being bored. He better create a beach or something, because 12 days he ain't gonna get it. Here he comes. Hopefully he washed his feet.
Yeah, I was in the shower.
Did you get ant bites?
Yep. You know what it was? I don't think I got bit. And it's because
I think it was in his brain.
The first one talked to all the rest. The one that may have nibbled on me and said, Oh, this guy's full of alcohol. Don't come on in.
That's your first drink. It's watered down now.
It is watered down. The ice is there.
So anyway.
I gotta edit video for you guys, so let me go at it.
Okay. We'll talk at you later. Good morning, YouTube. Thanks for checking out RV Daydream. We're in Zephyr Hills still. Zephyr Ellis is what I call it, because I can never remember. It's called Zephyr Hills. We are getting ready for the tropical storm Eta, and it's pretty breezy here today, so hopefully you can hear me. But we got our awning in and all the our chairs in and everything put away, because I think for the next 3 or 4 or maybe 5 days we're gonna have some storms and maybe lots of rain. So we're pretty much prepared for what we can prepare for, unless a palm tree falls on the truck or the RV. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But anyway, it looks like everybody's dumping their tanks and getting ready to hunker down inside their RVs and wait out this storm. Hopefully we don't get no rain, but it's not looking good at this point.
Well, editing video here for you guys. By now you've probably already seen that. That's that 360 video. Hopefully it worked out okay. And we're slowly messing up the place in here because we're trying to reorganize again. And Heidi is getting our dinner together and our lunch together, and she's already talked to you. There's that fly. I'm killing that fly. We got a little fly in here. And when I was sitting down editing video, I've been trying to get him all this time. And there he is. I think I got him. Better. Nope. I just seen him flying.
Man, what a jerk of a fly.
Oh my. Oh, the bike cover's hanging on. That's good. Wonder how much stuff's going to hit the truck though. See these things here? This is what's falling off the palm trees, and they're everywhere. I guess I don't care so much if it hits the truck. It's soft. There's lots of sand too. Look at all this sand. So we have an appointment on Monday to get the truck and the trailer detailed, but I called and told him I can't even put out the awning for you to wash, so maybe we should reschedule. We'll see what he has to say. I'm thinking that he's going to say yes. As a precaution, we filled our freshwater tank. This is what I'm talking about here, these things. They're everywhere. Everybody's just getting prepared for what's going to come here. The edge of the storm is hitting us today, and it's windy. There may be some rain. Now, the thing is this storm, this tropical storm, hurricane or whatever, is going to go out to the Gulf, and then it's going to turn and come right back across. By then, though, it will only be a tropical storm, I'm sure. But still, I don't know which direction the wind's blowing or anything, so we can only be prepared. And what I'm saying is, if the wind is going to blow from behind me towards this direction, I will put in the slides. We will put in the slides, because if not, it's just going to push all kinds of crap into the slide, maybe rip off the awnings and that. As far as the sustained winds, I don't even know what they're going to be at. They could be 30-mile-per-hour winds sustained, not gust, sustained, or they could be 50-mile-per-hour winds sustained. And we'll just have to wait until we get to that point. But am I worried? No. It's funny because this is one of the things that Heidi always said when we used to come into Florida, before we even came to Florida for years. She goes, well, I don't know, what about hurricanes? I said, I don't know, what about tornadoes? What about blizzards? You know, what about black ice? I mean, those are weather phenomena that happens in Ohio that you don't ever worry about, so why would you worry about this stuff here? Oop, got stuff in my eye. Wind's really blowing. It's a cloudy, overcast day, but you can see the palm trees getting beat to death there. This guy's carpet looks like it's wanting to fly away. And almost, so close. I do still have my awning tie downs out here. I don't think that they would offer much support from really high wind, but if we get sustained winds that are coming at the RV from this direction back towards us, so I don't know again where the winds are going to come from, but if they do come from that direction at us real hard, I will move the picnic table back on the pad here, back there, and I'll park the truck in the way, so the truck will take some of the brunt of the wind, so the RV don't get it all. Nothing to worry about. I thought I'd share with you guys the wind. Looks like these people just got this new to them car, this Mazda, because those look like temp tags they have on there. But what I'm concerned with, maybe they should be concerned with, is I'm colorblind, but I don't know if you guys can tell, their doors are a different color than that rear quarter panel. That's the first thing I would be concerned about. We'll just wait the storm out. I don't know if you guys can see down here. I've talked about it in the past. I'll try to zoom you in again. I don't think this is going to help though, because this is a digital zoom, so the picture gets worse even though it gets closer. That vehicle down there, that guy is not going to be down for this summer. I believe he's a Canadian, and the Canadians are not allowed to come into the US as far as I know, and unfortunately his cover's looking sad. Heidi said, man, it makes me want to go buy a car cover and put it on there for him. You'd think he'd have some good neighbors that would want to do that. That's what I would want, you know, for those neighbors to do. So Heidi just let the door slam into the RV and break off our little thing there. That's awful nice of you. Yeah, it's broke. It's okay. Gotta hang on. Those friction hinges aren't working very well, are they? Yeah, so I gotta go fix that. Well, I have no idea what's going on over here, but the guy that's over there in that big horn fifth wheel waved these guys down. They came into the park here, and I have no idea what's going on. Looks like it's probably a medical emergency, I would suppose.
I'm not sure if you heard that, but apparently the guy is a diabetic and he was having some issues, so hopefully getting squared around.
Well, got the same thing going on again here, I guess. And that is, this gentleman's over here, he's diabetic, and he was having some kind of issue earlier, and apparently the emergency squad is in here again, and Heidi's out here involved because she got the paramedic. She said, hey, is it at the same place? And the guy goes, yeah. This guy's over here screaming, you know, hey, I'm over here. So Heidi's running down there and telling them. I don't know. You gotta figure everybody, you know, it's an old park. It's got a bunch of old people in it, I should say, including me. So it's not like everybody's healthy, so this should be expected. Yeah, this guy's jacked up. So the guy gave Heidi the keys. I mean, we've been here for long enough. I mean, all these people know us at this point, or have at least seen us, and know we're not just some, you know, shady deal. So anyways, that guy's just, he's like, I'm out of here. He's got a big dog too, a really big dog. Of course, Heidi looks like she's going back over there. She's got to take care of all that for him. So I can trust her. Oops, excuse my burp. Yeah, we're just sitting here watching videos, and Heidi, she came in from smoking, and she says, "Oh, we got a camper." And I said, "We got a camper." She goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, if he's pulling next door to us," I said, I need to move the truck because we're actually on, you know, their side. I mean, my truck is, if you drew a straight line, it's kind of in their lot. And she says, "No, they're just looking. They're just looking for a spot to pull in." And then all of a sudden we seen all these lights going off. And I said, what's those lights out there? I said, "It sounds like a tow truck or something." I said, "Who's hollering?" And she stepped out, and it was that guy over there going, "Hey, hey." And of course, like you've seen earlier, the medics were here. And it was him again. It was the same thing. Before they thought it was he's diabetic, they thought that was it. But Heidi, I heard her scream. She goes, "Is it the same place as before?" And he goes, "Yeah." She goes, "Okay, I'll go get him." And that's what she did. She chased down the paramedics. So at that point, that guy pretty much gave her the keys to his you know, his life over there, this fifth wheel and his dually and everything, I'm sure. And he's got a dog, so I'm sure Heidi's taking care of all that now. That's expected. Heidi likes doing that stuff. I mean, I would too, but hopefully she passes that off to somebody that like is living right next to him. But thing is, you know, that's the kind of things you got to worry about. Who do you know? You know, what would you do? So maybe when you are parked for a while, you might get with a neighbor and say, "Hey, listen, if any emergencies happen, just to let you know, our phone number's here, or this is us, this is our name, whatever." Usually the park has that information too, but you know, there's nobody in the office. It's 7 o'clock at night on a Sunday. Definitely nobody out there. So I don't know. That might be something you guys want to think about. I mean, that's making me think about it. I didn't think about it till just now. Maybe we want to, especially if you're by yourself. Yeah, Heidi's got this guy's keys.
I don't know him from Adam. Super nice guy. His name is Bruce.
His dog's name's Gracie.
Yeah, his dog's name's Gracie, and yeah, he thinks he's having some issues with his pancreas. He's lived here for 3 years. Everybody knows him, but somehow I got his keys. Because I was.
It's just him.
Well, what the problem is the freaking ambulance turned their lights out, so I didn't know where they went.
Yeah, I seen that.
It's dark here.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I kind of hear something and I look up, so I'm doing this because at this point he's almost to me. He says, "You can put these in the black flower pot over there, but the dog needs let out tonight."
Okay.
And he said, "Watch out for the dog poop." He didn't clean it up today because he didn't feel well. but he said he wanted to go to the hospital.
Okay.
So, anyway.
Does he? No, you don't have your number or nothing, huh?
No, but his name is Bruce.
What if he gets out tonight?
I'll put those keys back over there.
Yeah, I know, but does he have a ride? What's the deal?
Oh, I don't know about that.
That's interesting.
He said something about his sister, but...
Did this RV find a spot then, or?
Well, they got chased into a spot, so I don't know if they found a spot.
Woo.
But, yeah. When I came out there, that guy was already yelling.
Yeah.
And then I tried to run, and I ain't got no shoes on, of course.
Yeah. That reminds me of a story. You guys would have loved this. You know, where we live there in Beloit, that busy intersection, there's always accidents. There's always accidents there. Well, there was a lady that was drunk, and she was coming down the hill, and back then there was no Family Dollar there, but she was coming down that hill, and she pulled out and clipped a car that was coming from Salem and going to Alliance. So anyways, it put it in that field that's across the street from us, that field of that business that there's really nothing there. It put that vehicle way out in that field because it glanced, it hit it. And anyways, Heidi, we're out sitting on the porch, and back then that porch wasn't even screened in. It was just an open porch. And Heidi had this nightgown on that was made of this terry towel thing. And it was like right to here, and it was like had these two little tiny straps, and that was it. That's all she had on. And there's a lot of traffic out. It was just a busy day, busy night.
This is a young little
and
girl.
And Heidi hears this girl screaming. She's out in that field, and she's going, "Help! Help! I can't get out!" So Heidi takes it upon herself. I don't know why. I mean, does she have a breaker bar? Does she have a pry bar? Does she have the jaws of life? What's she got?
I was just talking to her, calmed her down.
Well, she goes running out of across 62, where all this traffic is stopped at this point because of this accident, and I can see her in her little nightgown running through all the headlight beams across the street in bare feet, and she goes out to that field. And here, what happened was the girl, she was so flustered that she didn't unlock her doors, and the car, because it got hit, apparently the power doors, or the automatic, where when you pull the door handle it opens even though the door may be locked, that wasn't working, and she couldn't get out. So anyways, it's whenever she's out here doing that, I'm like, yeah, here she goes again. At least that time, this time she wasn't helping him. She was just trying to get the ambulance there, the paramedics. I understand that.
I wasn't trying to get involved or anything until I heard him yelling.
Yeah.
And they got their freaking windows up. So then after, I'm going over to see, he's at lot 34 because I didn't know. This guy couldn't tell me. So I had to walk over in my bare feet. And I hear some guy down yelling that, "Get over here, roll your windows down," telling the ambulance. I said, "They already got him." So I told the paramedic, I said, "Are you sure you got the right guy? Because these guys are down here yelling." And he's like, "Yes." And I said, "Okay." I said, "I already told him that you got him, but I didn't know his name at the time. But I talked to him in the back of the ambulance."
Yeah, I'm surprised that there's nobody else over there that knows him to any extent.
Right.
I don't know. I was just telling the camera here, that's something I never would have thought of. If it wasn't me and you, it was just one of us, maybe people should have some kind of a routine that hey, my name is so-and-so, da-da-da, my phone number, if there's ever an emergency, my phone number's on the outside of my rig written on it or something. Right. Maybe there's something. Maybe you want to take your phone number and write it just somewhere on a piece of tape and tape it to your door, just so people know, just in case, case of emergency, this is the phone number to call. Yeah. I don't know. That's my thoughts.
Anyway, yeah. So
good luck. Well, you wanted a dog, now you got a dog.
You're gonna go over with me.
Yeah, I'll go over to hold a flashlight, but It's a big dog.
Yeah.
It's a big headed dog, big dog. It's like Rottweiler big.
It is a Rottweiler.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
It's big. I mean, I seen it over here. The dog was over there just laying in the yard. It was doing this thing. It was on its back with its legs up in the air, just rubbing around. And that guy does tie him up and let him hang out, the dog hang outside, you know, but yeah. Okay, I'll go over there later. So this is the gentleman's dog, and his name's Gracie. And Gracie is a big baby and just wants to play the whole time. Oh, loves her back end rubbed. Yeah, this is a very nice dog, but huge. That dog's got to weigh 100 pounds. What do you think? Nah, maybe 80 pounds. Yeah. But she's very well. She just like wants to play. She seems like a pup. Just keeps on running between the both of us. Do you smell it? Here, you want some? No, not that. Look, you want some? We brought her over some treats. Oh, she took a few. Oh yeah. Yeah. She decided she didn't want them. That is funny.
You don't eat junk food? No junk food?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this guy. I feel bad for him. His windows aren't down or anything, are they? I don't think he has his front windows tinted. Yeah, he's got a fifth wheel. I don't even know what this is. Bighorn by Heartland. And he's been here. You can tell he's been here for a while.
He said he's been here for 3 years.
Yeah, it's nice. Yes, the shed light came on when I came over. That's kind of cool. Oh, it's a platinum dolly. Looks like about a 2013-ish, maybe. Yeah, that seems about right. So he just said the dog needs let out just for the night, just one time, I would assume.
Let him out in the morning.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, he's got his McDonald's. He's got his trash there too. Oh well.
What you eating, Gracie?
He told us. He says, "Watch out for the dog poop." He says, "Because I didn't get a chance to clean up. I haven't been feeling good, of course, since this morning." Yeah, bet you the dog's confused.
Yeah. Doing this.
Yeah.
Looking for his dad.
Yeah. What's he eating out here? Grass?
Probably.
It's usually an upset stomach, right? When dogs do that? Yeah, he's eating grass. She's eating grass.
Gracie, don't eat grass.
She's got an upset stomach.
Maybe she get a
Yeah. It's hard telling. No, she's munching on some grass. So, just so you guys know, yeah, the hurricane is kind of causing some rain here, but it's bands of rain, and it's weird. The wind got really calm, so we're in the clear for the time being. Well, there's lightning off in the distance there. But it's bands of rain, and it's weird. The wind got really calm, so we're in the clear for the time being. I don't know if you guys see that. That's got to be lightning, right, Hyde? Way off in the distance. But it's we're going to have this kind of weather sort of on and off. It's Sunday night. It's going to keep on going till Friday. He's got a cuckoo clock. You hear it? That's funny. So, that's what we're dealing with. Yeah, this light over here, it's a motion light. Yeah, let me see if I can... There we go.
Oh, Gracie.
Yeah, it's a nice dog.
Yeah, Gracie, you're gonna trip.
Good morning, YouTube. And welcome to a cloudy day. It almost looks like Ohio, don't it? Doesn't feel like Ohio, that's for sure. The gentleman over there, I don't know, what time was it? We went to bed.
Midnight, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's about midnight. Heidi and I's laying in bed, kind of slowly going to sleep, and I hear we both hear something, and I said, what's that sound like to you? And she goes, it sounded like a knock. And then all of a sudden, that knock was on this door over here, which obviously...
I think he knocked on this door
Yeah,
first.
that's what I think too. But not exactly sure why he knocked. I mean, he had his keys.
He didn't know where they were.
Oh, he didn't.
Yeah, I explained to him where they were.
The flower pot closest to his door.
Yeah.
So anyways, he'd come back from the hospital last night, and they basically said, yeah, there's nothing wrong with you. Well, I don't know what the deal is there. But
I'll tell you, he looked a lot better. He maybe was dehydrated or something.
Maybe they gave him some
Well,
saline
he
solution.
said they did an IV. So
Yeah, maybe
I
they...
haven't seen him out this morning. I was kind of going to go over and talk to him.
Oh, yeah. He'll eventually be out. Well, he'd come home late, too, so...
Yeah.
So, we had that when those paramedics and everything was coming, this gentleman down here in this Toyota or whatever, he was trying to get parked. he was pulling in, checking out all the spots, and then all of a sudden there was a rescue vehicle behind him with lights running. So he had to pull in nose first in the dark. But he's got a little RV. I'm sure it wasn't a big deal. So Heidi and I's going to take our seat in our old chair. Remember, we got rid of our gravity chairs, and this is the chair that we've had forever. Heidi says that she misses the gravity chair, but the difference is the gravity chair isn't as carefree and easy to store and put out as this is. And this thing is beat up. Like I said, we've had this for a long time, since Ames, they were still in business. And I don't even know what brand it is. Mac. I don't even know what brand that is. Mac. I never heard of that. It says Mac Sports. Bet you I couldn't find it. We have another chair that's identical to this, but it's dark in color. And we gave it to...
It doesn't have a center thing.
Yeah, it does.
Does it?
Mm-hmm. We had the love seat one, which I think we sold that one. That one didn't have a center thing.
We gave it to Matt and Mercedes.
We gave it to our son-in-law and our daughter. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna sit here and veg out. Oh, by the way, somebody had asked us about these candies while we were down here, and so Heidi bought some. It's called HEIDI. Holy cow, these things are good. They're I think better than Starburst. They got some unbelievable flavor. But yeah, I don't know why I'd never heard of them in Ohio.
I haven't either.
Yeah, and never really seen them. Boy, they're really good. All right, it's starting to sprinkle. Good thing I brought the chairs out. Good morning, YouTube. Heidi says it's still morning. We're still here. They're talking about the hurricane's not even freaking necessarily going to come across, so we got a lot of backtracking we need to do. One of it was with the detailer. We had called and told him that we'd give him a ring back whenever it was all, a good idea. So, but we've got other stuff that we had to do that was unplanned for sure. If you guys don't know, we sometimes shoot video with our phones, so we try to keep up with our phones. However, the latest phone that I had, the Note 10 Plus, was exceptional. It's an exceptional phone, and every time that we get a new phone, we do the shift. We do the big shift. So what's the big shift? Well, we went from S6s to S7s, but then after that I got an S8, Heidi got my S7, and our kids, one of them got the S6, and then I got a Note 8. Heidi got the S8 Edge, and one of our kids got the S7 Edge. Anyways, it keeps on going like that, and we have an S9 Plus that we still have the S9 Plus. Whenever we do our live chats, we were doing it with this camera because we have a moment case. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the case allows for a wide angle lens to be slapped on there. Even though these new cameras have wide angles, that makes it even wider. And it has a headphone jack and a power jack, which a lot of them don't. So that's why I can do 5-hour chats. Anyways, our son called us. He's up in Michigan. He's hanging out there for a couple weeks. And then because the weather's so nice up there, and then he's taking off. And probably heading south and then southwest. We don't know. He don't know. But he called us and told us that his phone basically took a crap. So it kind of forced me, even though I was very happy with my Note 10 Plus, and I had no intentions of going into anything else unless something great came out, I kind of forced our hand. So we wanted to keep in touch with him. We want to make sure, and he could go out and buy his own phone. He called, or basically sent a text and said, hey, which phone should I get? And then I started thinking about it. It's like, well, instead of you spending money, why don't we do the switch? So I went out and got a new phone. Heidi's got my Note 10 Plus now. And then we're getting ready to go to the post office to send off the Note 9 that Heidi had, that she's been using. So that'll go to our son. That's why I keep the boxes too. They're easy to ship. So everything's in there. Ooh, and the air kicked off. Temperature, I haven't been outside. What's it like?
It's warm.
It's supposed to be 7 degrees warmer than yesterday.
80s,
Yeah, it's definitely in the 80s, I'm sure. The breeze is hit miss. We had it's really strong at times, and then it just is very casual and normal. So that's all we're doing. We haven't really given an update. Yesterday, we just did that running around. We ran to the T-Mobile store. We had to call and see if they had a phone available so we can make this a little bit quick. But since the weather's doing some weird breaks, and doesn't look like necessarily rain is a definite thing, we might have to call the detailer and have him come out and go ahead and do what he was planning on doing in the first place, because our vehicle, I mean, they're dirty. They could use washing, that's for sure. We haven't really done much of anything. Our bikes are all chained up, wrapped up, covered up out there because the storm that's supposed to be coming. And it may still. We don't know, right?
Remains to be seen. It keeps breaking up.
Yeah.
And if you look at the map, it looks like we're going to have a nice day, but then again, it doesn't say that.
Right. The one thing that I'm not happy about, well, on the RV and so far in general, is because of the wind, we can't really put out our awning. I mean, I had those tie downs and all that worked. Don't get me wrong, all that worked. The RV's kind of exposed on that side. Seems like that the wind, if it comes from the north, it can get underneath the awning. If it comes from the south, it can get underneath the awning. If it comes from if the winds are coming from the east, blowing west, it definitely can get underneath that awning. So any combination of north, south, west, southwest, northwest.
Plus the awning fabric is on its best leg.
That fabric is horrible.
Actually, I don't even know. It's weird because the awning fabric is actually shifted. Mostly on the tube.
And it's so bad that the awning's arms, we got to kind of push on the awning arms so they retract correctly, because the awning's tugging, the material's tugging at the roller tube. That's basically it. So we'll get on with our day, and just be aware that you might run into weird situations. We're keeping ourselves busy, but not to the extent that we'd like. And I think it's because we're still expecting this and feel like this is vacation and we should be doing vacation things. When in reality, if we were at home right now, we would not be doing anything. We'd just be sitting at home watching traffic go by. So that's kind of the situation we're in here. We feel like it should be a vacation and we should be doing vacation stuff. However, it's not really. We're just kind of living. And sometimes that's boring.
Against the wall in Ohio.
Listen. That's one way to get through the light. Okay, Garmin.
Say a command.
Save video. So when we went back to the Samsung store, there was a line, and we were waiting, and they were upgrading phones and stuff, and we found a case for this phone. Not the one that I wanted, but nonetheless a case. It's actually the one Heidi's got on her phone right now. And as we were standing there, we saw that if you buy one phone, the phone that I had, you get one free. You just have to add a line. Well, that's easy math. You only have to have an additional line on your service for 24 months. 2 years. It costs $10 a month for a line. That's $240. Well, why wouldn't I get a free phone that's worth $1,400 for just having an additional phone line, that costs $240 over 2 years? So that's what we did. We went ahead and said, yeah, add a line, give me another free phone. So Heidi got a free phone today. But the deal is just last night, I gave her my Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus, and she transferred all her stuff from her Note 9 onto the Note 10 Plus, and between her and I, we spent like an hour and a half doing it. Well, then when she got her new phone today, of course, she's spending an hour and a half to do it again. So that's what we're doing. But I'll show you a couple clips here, just a couple pictures that the phone, one of the options it has here, and it's a zoom, which is kind of cool. And you can see that I took a picture of in the parking lot of basically the shopping center we were at, and then I zoomed in on the propane tank thing, which is pretty incredible. And then when we got back here, I just stuck the camera out the door real fast, took a picture of the park, and then if you can see here, that same picture, there's a circle around the palm tree, and then you can see here's the zoomed in palm tree on from that same location. So that's kind of nice. But yeah, Heidi got a real flimsy little case that she'll change. She'll turn into something else. And in the meantime,
I'm glad they're both different, or the cases are different, because here I was updating this and I should be updating this before I realized I had the wrong phone in my hand.
Yeah, now
I mean, they feel the same.
The disadvantages
kind of look the same.
Right.
I mean, they're almost the same size.
The disadvantages is we've got a relatively nice phone there, that Note 10 Plus,
Yeah.
Which I would have never. That's been my workhorse, and I had no real need to get rid of it. But so now it's just an extra line. Heidi wanted to get rid of her phone number anyway, so that's her old phone number. So she just won't ever have to deal with it anymore. But in the meantime, this new phone, she's already getting all kinds of calls from Arizona, California, wherever. But yeah, I just thought we'd try out the phone here and tell you what we're doing. Other than that, we haven't done anything today. We shipped off that phone to our son, and that's about it. But that's all. We'll pick this up later.
Good morning, YouTube. Thanks for checking out RV Daydream. Today, this is what we get to deal with. RV full-time on the road is not always sunshine and glitter. So today is going to be a rainy day. I think today is Wednesday, November 11th. Happy Veterans Day to all the service men and women that has served. Thank you for your service. But here's our view again. But it does look super cloudy.
I want to tell you that I have never seen, and it makes sense, so many different mobile RV repairs. This is probably the fourth different RV repair van that we've seen in this park since we've been here. And I may be even low on the number, but I'm going to say 4 because I can distinctly remember 4. But it's amazing. And like I said, it makes sense because, man, this area is just ripe with RVers. It's kind of nice to know. of, competition, drives down pricing. And since there's so many of them, if I needed work done, which, I've read the reviews, and some of them they get good reviews. They're not bad. Maybe he's coming to work on our RV for us, honey. What do you think?
Fix the awning?
Yeah, come fix our awning. He watched our video and seen that our awning is crappy. Well, that'd be kind of hard to do because I haven't posted that yet. Except that little rip deal. All right, we'll let this guy go to work and quit spying on him. So Heidi's going to show you outside, and I'm sitting down here editing video, and I think we can close out this video and put it up because, first of all, it's extremely long. But the main thing we want to get across is that it's not... we're definitely not in vacation mode. We are settled in, and we're in neighbor mode. I mean, we're part of the neighborhood. However, our neighborhood's going to change. We only have about 8 more days here, and yeah, I
think we're moving to a bigger city or closer to the city.
No, we're not.
We're not?
No.
Oh, not this one. Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando would be, but no, not this one.
Oh, God.
That's okay.
28 days of trying to survive out in the wilderness.
That's why it's called Wildwood.
Yeah, right.
It's out in the wild woods.
I didn't research Wildwood. I was jumping ahead. Dang it. 28 days?
Yeah, that's going to be a rough one. And there's something you guys may want to think about is, do you really want to stay that long? No, we don't have to, obviously, but we're definitely wanting to. We're just trying to spend as much time in Florida for free as possible throughout the winter. After that, it's time to travel, and I don't care. But just take it upon yourselves to think about us just kind of settling in at this point. It is definitely just mundane, day-to-day life stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, and I did watch in this part of the video that I just edited, yes, we can go do vacation stuff for free. And yes, we will. It's just the weather. I mean, okay, let's go to Clearwater. You've seen the map. I mean, there's all kinds of tropical storm warnings and stuff. I don't think we're going to go there. But
hopefully before we go to Wildwood, we can go over to Clearwater so we don't have to wait so long to get to the beach.
Right, right.
Because we're kind of like in the middle of the state.
Yeah, the next place we're going to is putting us even more north and in the middle of the state. So, all right, close out the video so I can finish editing and you guys can see it.
Okay, I'll take you outside. It, of course, is raining. Because good old Etta's rearing her head, or his, it's probably her.
Raining.
It is only sprinkling out.
It isn't a her or it's just a letter.
An it. So it is just sprinkling out now. It was raining a little bit harder. But yeah, cloudy. Oh well. A few more days of this garbage. I'm gonna sit outside while it's just sprinkling. So I think that most of the day is gonna be possibly downpours, huh?
Yeah.
I seen some yellow coming, so. Anyway, so as always, we hope to see you out here somewhere where it's sunshine. Have a great day.